Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Our co-host here today is Justin. Back at it again with another episode, powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. We are here on episode number 26 of season 8 here on the Fire Sports Pod. And guys, we're going to make it simple today. We're literally only talking about one thing, and it's the elephant in the room. It is the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Big time matchup that happened last night on Thursday Night Football. The first time in over 50 years these two teams have matched up to start the season, which is pretty crazy. And it was an instant classic. It was an instant classic. It was smack mouth, division rival game, a lot of chirping. We had Jalen Carter, their massive defensive guy, get literally bounced 6 seconds into the game after the kickoff for spitting in the face of Dak Prescott. And to be honest, the first half was great. I mean, Cowboys went up and down the field quick. Eagles did the same thing. We went down 21-20 going into the half. We came out, got a stop on defense. Oh, no, we gave up 3, and then we went in. We went in and we moved down the field. Hold on, Justin. All right, guys. As I was saying, Cowboys came in this. They were rocking. Actually looked pretty promising on the running attack. Javonte Williams came in, got 2 touchdowns off the bat. Looked really well. I like the balanced attack. To be honest, Justin, I actually liked the way the Cowboys offense looked. Under our new head coach.
What was his name? Brian Schottenheimer?
Yeah, Brian Schottenheimer. I really did like the new look. We just had a lot of movement, a lot of things that Mike McCarthy was not doing with Dallas last year, which was movement, a lot of different coverages being ran, just not making anything look so easy or so just blah. There was a lot of more movement, and I think that really helped. On a side note, guys, if you're new to the TikTok live, don't forget to drop a follow, as well as a like and a share. Greatly appreciated. But the Eagles were able to get the job done. That's the glaring thing. Eagles got the win. But I'm telling you right now that if every Eagles fan knows that they should have lost this game. If you know football, you know.
We know. I'm going to say it right now. I literally had a person. I'm going to find the text and read what was said because I think Eagles fans are on that Lamar Odom a lot of crack because they do not understand that their team shouldn't have won this game. I was talking to an Eagles fan yesterday, and they said, I said, let me find it. They said, fuck the Cowboys. You have to cause issues because you haven't had a ring since 1996, and Dak, this L was your karma. I said, no, I hate both of these teams with a passion, but Dak looked like the best quarterback out there tonight. CD sold the game. The Eagles didn't win this game. The Cowboys lost it, and the Sanders fumble early on was bad too. Eagles defense didn't even look that great, and Adoree Jackson was getting smoked, cooked. He was done. He was donezo. And you know what they responded with? You suck. We won. You mad. That's the logic of a Philadelphia Eagles fan. They don't have any football knowledge. One of my friends talked to an Eagles fan, and he said A.J. Brown, the best receiver in football. A.J. Brown is not better than Jamar Chase and not better than Justin Jefferson. Get it get it straight. And one more thing. Jalen Hurts is not elite. He's a game manager. Okay? Get it straight. I just had to put it out there.
You're good. You're good. To be honest, you kind of took the words right out of my mouth.
I had to drink water after that, brother. That's how much stress these fans put me under.
And you're not even a Cowboys fan, and you don't even care that much about it. It's the fact that they're just so stupid that they don't understand. Well, we had Denver picks. Say, you got any college football picks you confident in? I'm going to be doing my college football picks tomorrow morning before Saturday's game. So
give them some picks now, Zach.
Well, I gotta then look up the damn what's happening. I don't know the college football picks, but let me look it up quick. Hold on.
I mean, I'll pull it up real quick because I have real.
Okay.
So I'll say some games real quick. You got tomorrow you got Duke, Illinois.
No. See, look, hold on. We got to do the top 25 because 25.
Okay, so you got Duke, Illinois. You got Iowa, ISU. You got Baylor and SMU. You got Texas and SJSU. You got Florida.
Oh, wait, slow down. Tell me who's ranked what and who's playing again.
So you got number 8 Clemson versus Troy.
Clemson's winning that.
You got number 5 Miami versus Bethune.
That's Miami's killing them.
You got, I think the game to watch is Oklahoma versus Michigan. Number 18 Oklahoma versus number 15 Michigan.
That's going to be a hell of a game. I'm actually going to go and rock with Michigan. I hate to say it. I would love to go with Oklahoma, but I think Michigan is the better team. And I'm going to take Michigan with the win, the 15 versus the 18 seed. So I'll take Michigan to beat Oklahoma tomorrow. Again, guys, if you don't get the picks today, you guys stay tuned. Tomorrow morning, I will be doing my full picks of the top 25 matchups that are coming to play this coming Saturday. So stay tuned to that. And if you guys want our NFL picks, you guys can go to our previous podcast, which we go over each of the team schedules. But I will doing my player picks the team picks on TikTok coming up Sunday morning. So stay tuned to that as well. Tonight, we have the Chargers versus the Chiefs. And we are taking the Chargers to cover the +3 and win this game. And the over 47.5 points. We're taking the Chargers to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs are going to have a bad taste in their mouth. They got absolutely smoked in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. But the Chargers, I think they're going to come out really good. I like the Chargers this year. I think they're much better. And to be honest, I just think I like them. And the Chiefs, they always come out slow. And also, the Chiefs have not lost a game that is on neutral site. Have not lost the game. So here comes neutral site. They're in Brazil. I think something's going to go wrong. Denver Pick says, let's effing go. I'll ride on the Chargers pick. Appreciate it, my guy. Dan Tapper said, should ICE deport Carter? Why are we talking about that in a TikTok chat? I'm not answering that.
I feel like Jalen Carter should. I'm going to say one thing. He shouldn't be in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, if I'll second,
but you know, life isn't fair. You know,
I'm second what you're saying. I think Jalen Carter is a good player. I think he's a really good player. I just think his judgment and his on certain things is pretty weird. I don't know where he thought Dak was spitting at him. I've seen quarterbacks do that all the time. He spit between his offensive line, didn't even touch him. It wasn't even a massive spit. It was like little 2 things that popped out, and Jalen Carter took offense to nothing, and then he spit in his face. And to be honest, it's a disgrace to not only himself, not only to Dak Prescott, not only to his fellow teammates, but the entire NFL, because that when you spit on a man, that's worse than punching somebody. Because at least you're
fight for that, man.
That's what my dad said. Like if you are in that situation, like people brawl after that. That's a brawl type of thing. You don't, and then you mess up your own reputation. In the next couple years after, if there is a suspension, you mess up all that stuff. So I just don't understand where he thought that was okay, where he thought he was going to get, and then he didn't realize that the ref was right behind him. And that's some Eagle shit right there. And that's some dumb bullshit that everyone in the NFL stupidly does. They always get the second person. In this case, there was no first person. There was only one person, and that was Jalen Carter. Kendall said his reputation since Georgia makes him terrible. And you're not wrong. But to be honest, if we take outside of the off the field type of issues and you just put the infield, guy's a monster.
He's very good.
You have to kind of do both. If you're not gonna, you have to play both. You gotta be good on the field and off the field. That's how you make a great player. And right now, he's a great player on the field. Just off the field, he's made very questionable decisions. Denver Picks shared the live. Appreciate that, my guy. Again, guys, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a follow, as well as a like and share. Keep up with helping us with the content here. So yeah, I mean, if I go back to just understanding the game, obviously we know if you see on the spectrum here, CeeDee Lamb missed 4 massive passes. I mean, we can go back into the first half. We were going into the score. It was 14-7. Oh, no, it was 14-14. We're on the 20-something yard line. It's 3rd down and 10. CeeDee gets a great pass. He should have pulled it in. It would have been, I think it would have been, it would have been second. It would have been 3rd and 1 if he would have caught this. And then we eventually couldn't get the first down. We had to settle for 3, going up 17-14. And I do think with that being said, that was the first one. I was like, okay, he's caught some others in between that. Then comes the second half after the delay. The delay happened. After that, he dropped. We had Miles Sanders fumble the ball, which, to be honest, Miles Sanders really doesn't ever fumble the ball inside the 10-yard line. That was going – we were about to be scoring. We would have went up 27-24. Different game. Come back from the delay. Now we're cooking with something. Then he comes out. CeeDee gets a perfect ball. We're driving. We're at the 50-yard line. This was a big-time play. I think it was like 3rd down and 12, and he would have been able to catch it for the first down. We would have been inside the 40, driving again to score and go up by 3, or at least get 3. He misses that. We punt the ball away. Then we decide to go down on the last drive. Dak hangs in there and puts a ball. I've seen Dak throw some really good balls, but like, damn, when I tell you that ball was perfect. And it popped up and it juggled and almost got picked. Then on the last play, 4th and 3. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Great throw. It could have been a little bit better, but when you're getting paid $30 million and almost $140 in total for your contract, you need to make that play. I'm sorry, you need to make that play. It was a tough throw. It was a tough catch to make, but I'm telling you, you needed to make that play. All the NFL guys that are retired have also said that that's a play you have to make if you're going to get paid the big bucks. And not to mention, somebody would say, well, Dak almost threw an interception on that last drive. If you looked at it, Justin, I don't know if you saw this, but I saw this on the route where CeeDee Lamb went, and it was like a corner strike. If you guys play Madden, you know what it is. You go up and then you turn.
Yeah.
He went there on a post/corner strike, and he slipped on the ground. That's why the ball looked so far above his head, but it really wasn't. CeeDee actually slipped. So everyone would have blamed Dak, but Dak, remember, as a quarterback, you got to throw that ball before he makes that break. So as soon as he breaks, the ball's here.
Catches it.
Exactly. He slipped. The ball looked overly ahead. That's why the defender was like, oh, my God, I have the ball here. Missed the catch. We had another chance. I don't like to bash all one player because our defense could have been better in the first half. Miles Sanders shouldn't have fumbled the ball. Tony Fergie should have caught the ball. Obviously, he had the unnecessary roughness. But technically, if he catches the ball, he doesn't have that problem. So, again, there was a lot of situations, but CeeDee does get the blame from this. Excuse me, and I'm happy that he took fault for it. It's never happening again. Eagles fans, mark my words, January 12th, this man, he had 110 yards, Justin.
All I'm gonna say is I don't know what I don't know. They had their secondary is not looking good, man. I know they let Slay go and Gardner Johnson, CJ, was it CJ?
Yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson and Darius.
They let Gardner Johnson go. They let Slay go. I don't know, man. Picking up a Dory Jackson, a guy that is notoriously known for getting beat as a New York Giant, and you pick him up. I just don't understand. And I don't know what it is with the Eagles picking up ex-Giants players. Like, I saw Azeez Ojulari on the roster. I'm just like, okay, is he hurt? I checked the injury report. He's hurt. That's what he's good for. He never plays. He's always injured. But I think this game just showed that the Eagles are beatable, man. The Eagles are not that good. They're not beatable. They are beatable. And let's be honest. If they played a team like the Ravens or the Bills or they play in the AFC, they'd be getting smoked. Point blank, period.
1,000%. And I don't think their defense was as good as everyone says there was last year. I think what happened was that their offense complemented their defense. And when you have a high-powered offense like the Eagles do, your defense doesn't really need to do that much. Just stop a couple guys. And last year, their defense was much better than this year. They had a lot more guys.
Brandon Graham, right?
They lost a lot of people.
They did.
Bone Nerd 777. If you're an Eagles fan, you're just I'm sorry, you're just stupid. Dallas Buns, that's all. You didn't watch the game and you don't know football. Sorry.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like I said earlier, an Eagles fan literally told me you
Oh, he's a Commanders fan. That makes sense. Okay.
I mean, still though, as a Giants fan, I am scared to play the Cowboys next week, bro. I am scared to play the Cowboys in Dallas next week, man. As a Giants fan. It's gonna be something. They're gonna want the smoke, man, and they always smoke us in Texas.
Yeah, but after CD did this, he had 110 for 7. He should have had 11 receptions for almost 200 with at least a touchdown.
Yeah.
So he's coming out and he's going nuts. Kendall says, as a Jags fan, I know Dallas had them. Dak going off at home, 1,000%. Dak. Yo, we were this close. If we win this game, CD catches these footballs. We are this close of talking about Dak having one of his best, if not his best games ever. He was so efficient, and dude, the ball was coming out like this. It was fire.
I remember one of the plays he broke a tackle.
Oh my God.
Got off through a dot. I was like, oh, Dak.
It looks like Dak from rookie year. He ran for a first down. He ran for a first down. Now, one thing I'll tell you, and this isn't me being an honest Cowboy fan. We lost the game. Okay. CD had a bad game. He dropped a lot of passes. Okay. My thing is 4th down and 3. Amongst everything that happened, we need 3 yards, and we have 3 timeouts. My thing is, I love the throw, and I like the guts, and a lot of times Dak doesn't go for that shit. So I'm actually happy he did. Shows me he's fine. We're good. We've gotten the real Dak back a little bit. But why not try to get the 3 yards? I know we could have got something. They put a wide spread. The defenders, the edge rushers came around, and what were open were gaps. 2 gaps, left and right. Boom, take off. You need 3 yards. You're big as hell. You're 6'6", 200-something pounds. Run right through somebody, get the first down. You know what I mean? Like, I think we could have settled, and we could have just got the first down. But if we do make that catch, we're right where we want to be. So no matter what, there's a lot of things we could put on CD, whatever. But again, at the same time, we lost the game. It's okay. We'll find them again January 12th in Dallas, Texas. And we're going to get them back because they know. Every Eagles fan knows. And football fan, if you're a true football fan, knows that the Eagles were scared. They almost lost this game. And this would have been a massive win for the Cowboys. But to be honest, I know there's no moral victories in football. But if we're going to call a moral victory as it is, I think this is a great moral victory, understanding that we can compete and we can beat the Super Bowl defending champs in the Eagles.
I'm just going to say something right now. It's very hard to see teams repeat. It's just how it is. I don't think
if only the Cowboys had a guy like
Michael. I can't wait for their fans to eat crow because they're one of the most disrespectful fan bases in sports. They are They hurt little girls and all types of stuff. I don't know what's going on, but I feel unsafe as a Giants fan to ever go to the link. I don't think I'm ever going to go. It's like Chirac over there. I'm not going.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. I've heard a lot of bad stories coming out of there. I just think there's a lot of things. I really think that football needs to go back to being football. It's a game. We shouldn't be killing people. We shouldn't be shooting people. We shouldn't be stabbing people. We shouldn't be fighting over a game of football. Obviously, as fans, we love our teams. We We are competitive. We want them to win. We're going all in on that. But at the same time, there's a difference between life and real life and you watching grown men play a sport that are making millions upon millions of dollars. It comes into that perspective. And if you're really going to go out and kill somebody or hurt somebody because your team lost, there is a problem with you mentally, physically, emotionally, and you need to get checked by a psychologist or a psyche. I don't know. Something needs to change because this is a problem that we are having fights and whatever about football, about sports in general. There should not be no fights. On also top of that, everyone is intoxicated at those games. Most, if not everybody there, are intoxicated with alcohol, with whatever. And might also be part of the problem. But again, we're not going to take alcohol because that gives money to the team, to the owner, to the stadium, to everything. So that's not going away. So we just need to be more civil and understanding that it's a game. It's a sport. You might like to watch it, but there's no reason to hurt people over it. I don't agree with that. But
I concur. I think what Jalen Carter did is a bad representation. It's a bad representation for that city because most people already think the city is dirty and decrepit and just dirty all around. And then he goes out there and does that dirty play that just leans all into that.
Yeah, no, and it does.
It's just an embarrassment for the NFL, the organization, the children there watching that. You're an NFL you're an NFL superstar, to be honest, one of them. And there's kids out there that admire, that want to be like you, and they see you do that, and they think it's okay to go do that because you did it.
Exactly, and that's part of the.
He didn't even seem apologetic in his apology.
No, he was just laughing. He was just like, yeah, whatever, and you know what I mean. Like it didn't matter. But again, that's something that is gonna have to change, and to be quite frank, it's probably not because it's just the way the game's going, the way sports and the world's going. So it is what it is. Everyone's lost respect for each other, so it doesn't matter. But more onto the Cowboys defense. Obviously, you might say we gave up 21 points in the first half. Okay. Second half, we gave up 3. Obviously, the delay had something to do with it, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, when it came down to crunch time and the Cowboys needed to stop, that defense held down and shut down Saquon in that fourth quarter. This man had almost 2,000 yards last year in the second half of games. That's ridiculous. So I'm telling you right now, yes, our defense has a lot of question marks. Yes, our defensive line is going to be a problem. But if our secondary can play the way we could play, that we played last night, we shut down Devontae Smith for 16 yards. We shut down A.J. Brown for 1 catch and 8 yards. Obviously, gave up Dotson with the big long ball. But to be honest, I'll take giving up a long ball to Dotson over giving up a long ball to A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert got his 50 to 60 yards. But again, as a tight end, you're quarterback's favorite target in certain situations like that. And Goddard is a really good tight end. Are you Drake London? Kaysen, what are you talking about? I'm so confused. Other than that, I think our defense is pretty good. The Eagles got a lot of question marks. They're a young defensive team now. We all saw what happened with Jalen Carter and the youth there. So I definitely think they're going to have question marks as well. Again, I don't think the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. You like Drake London. I do like Drake London. I think he's a really good wide receiver. He's done really well with the Falcons. Like, are you talking about fantasy or are you talking like just in general? Like, be more specific.
That was very random.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. But I do think that the Eagles can be beaten. This is not a team to be feared. Dallas came in there with no expectations, no chance to win. They were 8.5-point underdogs against their team. Against their division rival. So I definitely think that there's no way in hell you should be afraid of the Eagles. That's my piece, Justin. You can end off with your piece.
Well, what this does for me is it just confirms what I thought.
And
I thought the Cowboys defense did play a good job. I did think the weather delay kind of played into the whole momentum because when it at that 4-minute mark, right before the rain delay, there was a turnover. So I feel like a huge momentum shift was coming. And I just feel like the weather delay just kind of really killed it. But the Cowboys came out and did what they had to do. I just thought CD didn't make the plays. And to be honest, I was watching a game and my friend, we were watching it, and he said something that I was thinking as well. It just seemed like CD just didn't have it. I don't know why they weren't looking for Pickens more or maybe Ferguson or like someone else. I don't know why they kept trying to force feed it to CD. He just didn't have it that game. And I don't understand why. But if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm going into next week very confident in my offense. The offensive line looked good. I want to see how they play against the Giants front seven because the Giants front seven is good. And
you know what Dan Orlovsky said?
Huh?
Dan Orlovsky this morning has picking you guys to beat us.
I think it's because of a defensive line.
It might be because of the defensive line, but I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants did win.
No. I'm not saying that the Giants are gonna be like we're gonna blow them out by 40. But I'm saying after the way we lost, do you not think that, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you not think that the Cowboys are gonna come out and absolutely smack? Because, like, I really think that the Cowboys.
I don't think the Giants. I don't think the Giants are trying to win, man.
I know they're trying to win. I would hope so. It's week 1.
No, it's not. It's week 2.
Week 2.
Brian Dable was coaching for his job, and Russell Wilson knows if I fuck up, Jackson Dart's taking my job, and if I mess up too quickly, I may not have another job in the NFL again. I mean, it's getting to the point where you gotta question, man. Is Russ washed? Like bad washed? So yeah. I don't know. I just want to see how that offensive line manages against the Giants front seven. I do expect CD to go off if Dak can get time. I think Dallas just has to give Dak time.
I agree.
Because Pickens, because I think Cordell Flott. Is it Cordell Flott? I'm not sure. And Deontay Banks is still there. Are the DBs for the Giants? And I'm just not a Banks believer, man.
I got you.
No, I already know. And he typically plays CD, and he's been cooking. CD's been cooking him the last couple of years. So I don't know, but it's a big test. If you want, we could go over like repick our week 1 picks.
Nah,
because things might have changed.
Nah, they gotta wait. People gotta wait to find out on Sunday. That's how we're gonna roll. Justin.
But I just want to hear your thoughts on Jalen Hurts real quick, just for all them Eagles fans.
All right, yeah, for 2 minutes, right before I end the show, I'll end it with mine then. I'll say Jalen Hurts, for me, I like him as a person. I like him as a player. I think he's a great leader of men. He's one of the few that actually can lead men and actually get the job done. But let's be quite frank, guys. He's a winner, but he's a winner because he has everything in front of him. He has an offensive line. He has the best running back in the game, pretty much, arguably. He has one of the top wide receiver duos. He has a great tight end, and he has a great defense, whatever. He's got a good coach, and he's got a great GM/owner, whatever the coach you want to call him. He's a game manager. I'm calling it like that. He wins games because he does what he's supposed to do. Runs the ball when he gets pressured, scores touchdowns, and doesn't turn the ball over. He's a winner, but he's a winner because he has everything around him. Please take Jalen Hurts and put him on Cincinnati's offensive line last year and their team with no defense and no running game with just 2 wide receivers. I'm telling you right now, he is not putting up anything close to Joe Burrow's numbers.
He does not. He barely put up stats better than washed up Eli Manning and washed up Ben Roethlisberger.
Xavier Worthy or Zay Flowers at the flex.
I Isn't Worthy not going to be playing? So I'll take Flowers.
Okay, Flowers. We'll take Flowers. Yeah, that's how I'm going to put it. I think he's a game manager. I think he's got a lot of stuff. I think if you put him on any other team that has a great quarterback and a bad situation like Joe Burrow's situation, I don't think he's doing anything. He didn't really even replicate anything close to Joe Burrow's numbers, even with all the stuff that I just mentioned earlier. So, yeah, it's going to be a great season. I don't think that the Commanders and the Eagles are teams to be feared. We'll see how the Commanders play this coming week. But I do not think that they are teams to be feared. They can be beat. I think the Eagles are definitely not a team that should be feared by anybody, especially the Cowboys or even the Giants. I think both our teams can beat them as long as things go our way and everything lines up into the right fold. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Justin, you got anything else? Unless
I agree with what you said, Zach. The only thing I'm just gonna say is that I'm sick of people saying that Jalen Hurts should be in top 5 combos. I mean, I look at him. I look at what he did. Elite quarterbacks get their best players the ball, and I don't understand why AJ Brown only had 1 target. I barely see him throw it down the field, to be honest. He throws check downs all the time. To be honest, he's a black Daniel Jones, in my opinion, that could run the ball and just doesn't fumble like how Daniel Jones does. I know it sounds a little biased because I'm a Giants fan, but that's just how I feel about Hurts. I'm not excited when I watch him. The only other team I think Hurts would do well on is the Ravens, and that's just because of how the team is built and how he plays.
TikTok system notification says Pickens might be out for a month because of his hammy, NFL tweeted. I didn't get that.
Oh.
I didn't get that, though.
Is that true?
I don't know. But
if it's true, that helps the Giants.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the show here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Here with us today is our co-host, Justin. Back at it again with another episode. And we're done, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you all for Recap Monday, Season 8, Episode number 27. For Season 8, Episode 26. Peace.